Hello everyone, welcome to Elliott Wave YouTube channel. This is Henry and today is Wednesday, February 19. The time is 4:30 a.m. GMT. So here we are looking at the chart of oil. This is the 30 minutes chart. Now we can see right here that oil has started to extend higher. We are labeling this rally as a wave 1 here. Okay, and this one is a wave 2. So by the way, if you see overlapping 1 and 4, which we do get the question very often, that is allow, like for example this one, you can have an overlap if it is a diagonal, right? So you can have a diagonal if it is within the wave 1 or within the wave 5, and that is often that people always get confused. Why sometimes 1 and 4 can overlap and so on. Alright, so having said that already, now we got this wave 1 right here. Okay, and then now the pullback is ended, has ended here, and we have broken above the wave 1 again. So we have started the next leg higher in the wave 3, right? So that means as long as we stay below, above 50.9, we could see for the upside in the move to the upside. So let me look at the 4-hour chart and give you a couple of other possibilities, right? So here, this is the 4-hour. I'm putting the one into here, this one into right here. So okay, so we broke above with one. I think sort of the next potential target is gonna be one equal, like the most conservative target is gonna be something like this. This is equal in length, so which is around 53.8 is sort of the most conservative target, right? So let's take a look here and think about what we can conclude from this move here. Now I think, okay, we don't have a full count, full label here, but we're going to be looking at it from the short-term, medium-term perspective. Now if you want to see the full count, it's always going to be available in our member area. We have a 14 days free trial, so I put the link in the description of the video below. So you can see right here, if you take a look at the 4-hour, this move, it looks impulsive, right? From January 7, right? So without knowing what the overall picture is, I'm just again looking at it from the short-term, medium-term perspective. It looks like this is a 5 waves. Okay, so if we just look at it, assuming we ignore everything, all the move before, so starting off with just this one, then the most recent move has been, the momentum wise has been bearish because it has a 5 ways move down. Now again, I'm saying it's not necessarily bearish, it could be an ABC, this is a C-leg, so we are not concerned about the longer term kind of view, which needs to go to the daily and so on. I'm just concerned about the latest, the most recent move, and I'm just picking this move as the starting point of what we are interested at. So to me, for now, the most recent move has been sort of still bearish, and now we start to see some kind of possible rally or whatever it is. I mean, this could be a new bullish cycle, or this could be just a counter trend rally. Only time can tell, right? Now, what do we see here so far after we bottom in February 5th, right? After we bottom on the February 5th, what we can see right now is a 5 swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It is a 5 swing. Now, we need to always look at this in relation to the previous move, right? Alright, so what can we conclude here? Now, with this count here, this is a 1, 2. We are calling actually a pretty aggressive move, which is a 1, 2, 1, 2. A nest, right? It is a nest. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, meaning we can have a 3 of 3 and so on. So basically, we're going to be, this is a with 3 of 3, 4 of 3, 5 of 3, and that will end only 3 in red, right? So that's what this chart here is saying. But now let's think about what other possibilities are there, right? Okay, if that's the case, then again, I think then we could see for the upside in the shorter cycle, right? But now let's think about what are some of the other options? Now, some of the other options are the following. Okay, this is one option, which is a nest 1212. One thing we can conclude though, that it is a 5 swing. That is a fact. A 5 swing by definition is a bullish sequence, regardless whether it is corrective or impulsive. A 5 swing is always most likely it is going to extend, right? So another possibility here, instead of a nest, is simply going to be that this is 1 2 3 4 5 as a diagonal, because you have an overlap here. So you could have done this a diagonal like this, ending 1 here. This is 1 2 3, and this is going to be less aggressive, right? I mean, if you have discount here, so that means with one more push higher to finish the wave 5, you technically would have ended this cycle. You would have ended this cycle as a diagonal, and then you will get a bigger correction in 3 waves to correct the entire 5 waves up. So that's another option, right? Now, because if you use this count here, which is the nest, now what happens is we're not gonna get any big pullback, right? I mean, this is going to be in a wave 3 of 3. It's just gonna keep going up, and usually wave 3 is the longest wave, and then minimum pullback with 4, and then higher again, right? So this is very different than, okay, if we end with 1 here as a diagonal, do a big wave 2 first, and then higher again. It's a completely different path. But still, even though whether this is a diagonal or whether this is a nest, it is still a 5 waves. So regardless of which one, it still implies, as far as we stay above February 5th, most likely we're gonna see for the upside. Okay, most likely we're gonna see for the upside. Okay, so I'm just dealing with the 2 different possible options in the 5 ways up from here. One is a diagonal, one is a nest. We can conclude though that it has a 5 swing, most likely it's not done, and at minimum it could potentially go to this one, which is like we measured earlier, is around 53.9 or so, right? Now, another possibility, okay, I know a lot of people, some of our not subscribers, some of the ones that follow us, or new traders, they don't like to hear other options, right? Other possibilities. What they want to hear is just one possibility. But sometimes in the Elliott Wave, there are cases when you can rule out other possibilities because it violates the rule. And sometimes in certain circumstances, the possibilities are there. You may have 2, 3, 4 different possibilities because all of them do not violate any rule, and we of course cannot show all of the possibilities in our chart. Otherwise, one instrument can have so many different versions, right? So we're just gonna be ranking the most likely scenario, but still, that doesn't mean there are no alternative possibilities, right? Like when we think there's only one possibility, it's like thinking that if we play chess, there's only one way to move the chess piece, right? Which is not true. There are multiple ways we can play in the chess, right? So here, another possibility is considering that this previous most recent move has been bearish. So let's say I'm still bearish because I think the previous move has been bearish, so I would rather be on the bearish side. Let's assume this is the mentality. Then I can argue that, okay, well, so far the rally looks like a 3 wave so far. You only got a 3 waves and you got a pullback. So maybe maybe this is something like this. So maybe, okay, let's say this is ABC. Okay, maybe this is just an ABC. I'm trying to help people to think about the possibilities and what we can conclude, sort of what is the minimum expectation, kind of. That's what we are interested in. So if I'm trying to label this as a corrective move, I can say this is an ABC, and then you have a pullback, and then you have a new high. So this is a double zigzag. This is a double zigzag. So in this case, the target on the upside is gonna be the W equal to the Y, right? So that means you should be looking in this kind of scenario. It can go to, let's say, 53.9. Same thing. 53.9 is going to be where it should be heading. Now, if this is, it turns out to be corrective structure. Now from here, now this A here actually should be ending somewhere here, and you get another pullback like this, B, and then you got a leg higher C, and then from here you got another sell-off. Either from here you got to new low or at least pull back in 3 ways, right? So even if I'm thinking it as a corrective move, the conclusion that we can also draw is that shorter cycle, it still has more upside. So whether you count this as a nest, whether you count this as a 5-ways diagonal, or whether you count this as just a double zigzag, I think the conclusion we can draw is most likely in the shorter cycle we're still gonna see more upside, and then the target is around 53.9. So I think understanding the many different possibilities and also the minimum required expectation of what the higher probability of the next move is going to be very important, especially in trading, right? In trading. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. So here, shorter cycle, simply said, as long as the pullback stays above 50.9, we like more upside, the right side is up. Okay, so I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a nice day, everyone.